بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. So I want to talk about Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. Imam Mahdi is obviously going to come, and this is part of the aqidah of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. And obviously some of the recent so-called reformists, right? I think Ghamidi, right, who's a Pakistani so-called reformer, right? They deny his coming, but if you properly look at the aqidah of Ahlul Sunnah, and if you want to stick to being Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, this is part of our aqidah. And there are a lot of narrations that support this, definitely. Now, Imam Mahdi is obviously going to come, but if we base our actions, the problem with the Muslims is that they expect him to come, but they don't. Muslims do not change their own ways, right? And I have debates with Muslims, and recently I had a debate with students, right? And at the end, when there's no solution, we get this answer: oh, Imam Mahdi is going to come and fix everything. It's like uh, the youth, right, these days can't even pray Taraweeh properly, and they want Imam Mahdi to come and fix everything. It's like we're, ma'adallah, going to hire him to fix the situation of the ummah. But the point I want to make over here, in addition to obviously reinforcing the aqidah that he's going to come back, the point I want to make here is that he, uh, we have been in more difficult situations. Right? If you look at the history of the Muslims, there were people in every age who thought that the situation of the ummah is so bad right now that Imam Mahdi is going to come back, is going to come, right? And so, like, if you look at the situation of the Mongols, when the Mongols attacked the Muslim world, it was nothing. What we are seeing right now, this is nothing compared to that. They rampaged and they destroyed Muslims, villages and cities, and they killed even pregnant women. And there are accounts in the history that they would, when they would see a pregnant woman, they would kill the pregnant woman and take the baby out and kill the baby also. Like, they were so aggressive, and they were just ruthless, right? Now, and they would have mountains of skeletons of Muslim heads and stuff like that. And they were obviously very aggressive people. And they also destroyed the knowledge of the Muslims. There were libraries in Iraq that they destroyed. So what we see right now is nothing compared to what the Muslims were experiencing at that time. And obviously, Muslims were expecting Imam Mahdi at that time also. But again, we are not going to change our situation until we change ourselves, right? And the other thing is that another major event that took place is the collapse of the Khilafah, right? And the collapse of the Khilafah, one of the major reasons was the internal weakness of the Muslims, because we were divided, and we're still divided. We are even more divided than before. The collapse of the Khilafah was also a very intense and bloody event that took place, because the Arabs at that time thought that the Ottomans were not on the right track, and so they collaborated with the British to to trigger a revolt against the Khilafah, right? And that's one of the reasons. Obviously, the Ottoman Empire was weak. It's also, but that the fact that the Arabs revolted against the Khilafah led to the collapse of the Ottoman Empire, and this is a historical fact, right? And so even that time, we were losing land. We were the Khilafah collapsed. Muslims' land was going in the hand of British. There was the partition of Pakistan and India. So many things going on, and a lot of millions of Muslims died in that, and obviously non-Muslims also. World War III was a very World War II was a very intense event, right, where millions of people died. But again, that was another tough time on the Ummah, and there have been people who have actually predicted the coming of Imam Mahdi a few years in every age, right? And obviously he's not here yet, right? So So he's going to come, but we should not base our actions on that. We should not especially justify our passiveness on that. We need to change our own actions, and we need to change things. So this is the point I wanted to make. Imam Mahdi is going to come, but don't, change. We have to change ourselves first. And I think when we get on the track of changing ourselves, I think that is going to trigger his arrival. But Allah knows the best. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows the best. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.